मीटिंग हो जाती है। नहीं, स्कूल कॉलेज का मीटिंग हो रहा होगा ना भाई। हाँ, जा सकता हूँ क्या?
Good morning, all. We are just starting session within few minutes. So, good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Deepshikha Patel, Associate Professor, Department of CSE SIRT Bhopal, welcomes you all to the SAGE talk on overview of data science and machine learning. So, now it's time to introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Amit Jain. Amit sir has already joined us. So I would like to share a few words about Amit sir. Amit sir is having 7.8 years of experience of teaching in various engineering colleges and also having 2.6 years of experience in IT industry. Uh, his area of expertise is AI, ML, data science, and data analysis. He has also mentored and guided so many students for getting jobs in data science field, and also received certificate of appreciation from Findability Science Aurangabad for best performance. So it's time to start our session. Amit sir, it's over to you. I'm stop sharing my screen. Yes.
1 minute. Ma'am, I want to share my screen.
Just a minute. Yeah, please try it now.
Okay. Hope you are able to see my screen now.
Yes, it's visible.
I'm audible properly.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Hello everyone and welcome to the today's session. I would like to thank HOD, Head of the Department, CSC, SIRT, and Dr. Deepshikha Patel, Associate Professor, CSC Department, SIRT. I am Amit Jain, Data Science Professional. Today I am going to present a webinar on an overview of data science and machine learning, followed by a question answer session on how to enter into the field of data science. For those who are joining us late, welcome once again. I would like to say thank you to SIRT, Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal, Sagar Group of Institutions, to give me opportunity to share my experience in front of you at a great platform like Sage Talk. In this seminar, we will see what is data science, what is analytics, what is machine learning, how these terms are interrelated, what are the applications of the data science, what are the use cases of data science, how to enter into the field of data science, uh, what to learn, what to refer, how many which type of language we have to learn for if we want to enter into the data science. Definitely, I will take your questions in the last. This session is only around 40 minutes for my webinar. In after that, the meeting will end. We will rejoin, and I will take your questions and answer. After that, you can ask as many questions if you want. If you want to learn, or if you want to learn Python, you can ask me anything about the data science, about R, about Python, about machine learning. So definitely you will enjoy this session. So I request to everyone, kindly mute your audio so that everyone can enjoy this session. So yeah, this is my first slide, overview of data science, how to use the data, power of data in industry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Information is the oil of 21st century and analytics is the combustion engine. So what our topic is data science. So first of all, we have to know what is data, what is information. Data is a set of value of qualitative or quantitative variables. It is information in raw or unorganized form. Suppose we are using Twitter data. What is Twitter data? Twitter is a platform where we write our feelings about anything. So in that we generally use text. We can use alphanumeric value. We can use numeric values also. So in that we can use audio. We can use video also. So this is kind of data. This is kind of information. It may be fact, it may be figure, there are characters also, they have symbols also. But what is the information? Information is meaningful or organized data is known as information. Suppose we have collected lots of data, we have lots of facts, lots of figures, lots of characters, lots of symbols. But suppose we have collected the Twitter data. So what is the use of this data? Suppose a company has launched a product and he wants to know review of the customer. So definitely he can use Twitter data and analysis this Twitter data to collect the sentiments of the customer. Suppose uh, people are writing like this is good product, or suppose this is good for nothing. So there are two different sentiments. One is positive sentiments, another one is negative sentiments. So companies can extract this type of data to give more meaningful or unorganized data, convert this data into information. So we have different types of data like structured data, unstructured data, real-time data, natural language data, time series data. We have different types of data. Maybe you have seen this type of data previously, like structured data. What is structured data? You have already seen this data in your SQL, structured query language in Oracle. So in that you are finding the data, rows and columns. So we are or we are organizing this data into rows and columns. Generally, we are giving text or numbers in this. Suppose we have a data of DMart. So DMart is collecting his users information like name, address, phone numbers, and various things. What is the purchase and what is the purchase date. So this, they has arranged this in the proper format, proper CSV format, proper Excel format, or proper structured query language format. So this is kind of structured data, but in the industry, only 5% data is structured data. Remaining are unstructured data. Like we have used Twitter. So Twitter is kind of unstructured data. We have to extract this data and make meaningful data of this. We have different types of data. Suppose you are going to the DMart and you are not purchasing anything, but you have interest in, you are going into garment section, you are going into stationery section. So they have collected this type of information. Next time they can send you some offers, or they can send you some product information on your SMS, on your email. Maybe you can like on for next Diwali season or for next any monsoon season, you may like this type of product, stationery product. Maybe you have not purchased this type of product right now, but they have collected, they have analyzed this kind of information ki you are interested in garments or you are interested in stationery product, but maybe you can purchase after some time. So definitely they want ki you may purchase this product from their mart. So this is kind of structured data. So companies are using structured data also. They have real-time data also. Like one person have immediately launched a product, one company immediately launched a product, and simultaneously they want okay, what is the review of the customers. Suppose one movie is released and they want okay, how uh, viewers are responding right now. So they will collect real-time data and they will analysis they are liking or not. And we have time series data also, where time is the important. Like suppose DMart is selling some product, some collected some data. Like on 1st of January they are selling 12,000 rupees. 2nd of January 13,000 rupees. Next 3rd of January 14,000 rupees. So we have collected sales information in one column. In another column we have date information, like we have date, we have years, we have months, we have weeks. So this kind of data is known as time series data. So in the industry, we have lots of data types and we have to use this data and we have to make this data, convert this data into information so that we can give proper advantage to our company. We can increase the revenue of our company. What are the types of data? We have different types of data, like structured data. So you have seen a pic of structured data in left hand side. We have ID, we have name, we have age and degree in columns and rows. So this is suppose this is a chart, this is a figure, suppose or this is Excel file. So this is a proper structured data. But what is semi-structured data? Semi-structured data is like JSON file, like HTML file is known as semi-structured data. But definitely we do not get this information easily. We have to extract this information from unstructured data. Like we have example of unstructured data. The university has 5,600 students. John's ID is number 1. He is 18 years old. So we have collected this unstructured data and converted this data into structured data so that we can easily find some information from this and we can analyze this data. So how large big data is? how large big data is. Suppose you are using a pen drive. The pen drive size is 1 GB only, or 4 GB, or 8 GB. But in reality, we have KBs, we have MBs, we have gigabytes, we have terabytes, we have petabytes, we have exabytes, we have zettabytes, yottabytes, bronobytes, and like we have gigabyte also. According to an article from Harvard Business Review, it is estimated that Walmart, Walmart is a retail company, famous company, collects more than 2.5 petabytes of data every hour from its customer transactions. So this is equivalent of 160 times the information contains in all the books in the US Library of Congress. So Walmart has collected this much of data every hour from its customer transactions. So what they will do, they will analyze this data, they will do some machine learning on this data. Definitely they will use this data to make his revenue, to increase their company revenue. What is analytics? We are seeing machine learning, data science, analytics in this overview of in this webinar. So we have to see what is analytics. Analytics is the discovery, interpretations, and communication of meaningful patterns or summary in data. Analytics is the use of data, information technologies, statistical analysis, quantitative methods, and mathematical or computer-based model to help CEOs, to help managers to gain improve insights about their business operations and make better fact-based decisions. Definitely, these may be new terms for you, or you are aware of these terms, but we will see some examples. What are the use cases, how companies are using these terms, these knowledge. So definitely we will see after in my upcoming slides. Data science. What is data science? What is data analytics? Data science is a process of examining data sets in order to draw conclusions about the information it contains. Analytics is not a tool or technology, rather it is a way of thinking and acting on data. So 5 types of questions that data science answers. Suppose first question is this A or B? Suppose I had trained a machine, I have given multiple pictures of cat and dog to my machines, and suppose I have different new pictures and I want to show this picture to my machine, and machine is already learned. So I want to ask, this is cat or dog, on and at the time my machine is able to tell me this is dog or this is cat with some confidence interval. So this is kind of classification problems. Second one is this weird, that is known as anomaly detection. Third is how much or how many. One of the most important topic that companies are using, that is how much or how many. It means how much sales we can expect this Diwali season, or how much sales we can expect in this monsoon sales season. So this is major questions. Every company wants to know what is the share price after 3 months, what is the product, what is the price of their product after in next December, so they can make profit with the help of this data. So this is kind of regression problem. How is this organized? That is known as clustering. Suppose DMart wants to launch a product and only wants to sell this product to highly income people. So DMart will collect all the customers' data, their income, their age, their gender, their name, their address, and everything. They can collect as much as information they want. On the basis of these informations, they will try to make some segments. They will do some organization. They will organize this data with the help of some clustering algorithm like k-means, and so they will make some clustering and they will find that these are highly income people, so they will promote this product to only this class of people. So this is kind of clustering problem. What should I do next? This is our major question. What should I do next? That is known as reinforcement learning. So there are lots of questions that we can ask with the help, we can give answer with the help of data science. What are the types of analytics? we have different types like descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. What first of all, that is descriptive analytics. What has happened in this? We will use data aggregation, summarization. Descriptive analytics collects all the historical data to yield some useful information and possible prepare the data for further analysis. Suppose what we want is we have data. We have DMart already have collected some data. So he wants to know how many customers they have. So, and what is the pattern of the purchase of different customers. So with the help of these descriptive analytics, we can tell them what has happened till now. But the major question is, we want to predict the future. We want to know what will happen, what might happen. That is known as predictive analytics. So with the help of predictive modeling, machine learning, data mining, that analyze current and historical facts to make predictions about future or unknown events. So suppose DMart has ordered some raincoats or some umbrellas, and they want to might predict कि last season we have sell around 800 umbrellas, or in last season we have sell approximately 1,000 raincoats. So they have the forecast of weather. So they are predicting कि this time they can sell. They are analyzing. They are predicting कि they may sell approximately 1,500 of raincoats. So they will collect all these raincoats and they will do store in their DMart. Third one is prescriptive analytics. What should we do? This is known as recommendation engine. Recommendation engine, prescriptive analytics, is the area of business analytics dedicated to finding the best course of action for a given situation. Suppose you are going into Amazon websites and you want to purchase a blue t-shirt, like size is 40 approx, and that is range is approx 300 to 500 bucks. So suppose they have shown you some options. You may purchase this, you may purchase this. So this is kind of recommendation. Recommendation, it means they are recommending this is your choice, your range is this, so we have options in this. So this is a recommendation. Or you want to purchase you have already some register in Netflix. So Netflix is movie recommendation. So on the basis of your choice, on the basis of your area, on the basis of your locality, they can guide you on the basis of their age, on their gender. They can guide you. You may like this movie. You may like this type of. So they want to sell their movie as much as they want. So this is kind of recommendation. So with the help of recommendation, companies are analyzing data. So this will help to gain insights and increase their revenues. So we will see what are the use cases of data science. This is one of the major important slides in my webinar. So I request to everyone to listen to this carefully. First of all, what is the use case of data science? That is predicting house prices. Suppose you are new in Bhopal and you want to purchase some land. So you will collect all of data like what is the price of data in Karon bypass, in Ayodhya bypass, what is the price in Ahimsa Bihar area, what is the price is Raisen Road, what is the price of 2 BHK, what is the price of 3 BHK, if you are living in society, what is the price, and if they have some facilities in your society like swimming pool or other clubhouses. So you will collect lots of data. They have row houses also. You can collect lots of data, this type of data, and on the basis of this data, suppose you want to purchase a house or you want to rent some house on MP Nagar area or in any new market area. So you can easily predict the price. If some shopkeeper is taking more price, you can tell them कि I have collected this type of information, and on my basis of my knowledge, the prediction the price it be maybe like this, and you are asking more price, so you can use your knowledge like this also. Next one is customer churn analysis. Many companies are using customer churn, like what is churn, what is attrition. Suppose you are using your, like telecom companies is also using churn, banking industry is also using churn. Suppose you are using some SIM, like you are using SIM of Airtel or SIM of Jio. So they have lots of data. Suppose they have approximately 40 crores data, customer data. So they cannot check every time your Excel sheet or your CSV file to analyze this. So they have to use some powerful algorithm. So with the help of data science, they are analyzing, since last 2 months you are not recharging your phone, since last 2 months you are not using data. So it means you may churn, you may leave this company. So definitely they will give you some offer. If you recharge from 10 rupees, so they will give you lots of data. Like this, they can give you some offers. They can give you some promotional offers. So they do not want to customer leave their company. What is recommendation engine? I already have taken the example of recommendation engine. Amazon is using recommendation engine. Suppose you have purchased a mobile from Amazon websites, and the price you have purchased a mobile. So Amazon will we can tell you, you may purchase this, you may purchase their headphone, you may purchase their cover, you may purchase the different things on the basis of your choice. Because after purchasing mobile, you have to purchase some screen also. They can give you some offers. If you can buy this also, you can buy this also. They had lots of options in this category. Suppose another one example that is very much important, IPL. Everyone is a fan of cricket, everyone is liking IPL, but this time we are not, due to some pandemic, the COVID-19, we are not able to see the IPL. What is IPL? That is the cricket mega event. What companies are using here? What companies are doing some analysis, like they have collected all the data from 2008 to 2019. What is the score of Virat Kohli? What is the score of Mahendra Singh Dhoni? So they are collecting all this data, and with the help of this data, they are analyzing. Suppose they want to make some team, so they can use this data analysis. They can make better team. What is fraud detection? Like many industries are using fraud detection right now. Insurance industry. Suppose right now in this pandemic situations, many customers are not able to fill their loan. So companies are observing right now since how many months they are not able to fill their loan, or since how many months or how many days they are not paying anything from your credit cards. So they are able to detect fraud with the help of data science also. Customer segmentation, already we have taken example from DMart. So DMart suppose wants to launch a new product, and he wants to sell this product to proper particular segment. So they may sell this product, they can send you them some emails, they can send some offers also. So they want to increase their sales like this. What is lifetime value predictions? What lifetime value prediction is like, they have in the banking industry, suppose you are joining a new company after your graduation, after your post graduation, so they have collected your information. So they have seen you are working in IT industries. So they have collected all other users data of IT industry, and they are assuming, they are predicting you may at least spend at least 2 or 3 or 4 years in our bank, in our company. So on the basis of this information, they can sell you some credit card also. They can send you some much information after this. Customer sentiment analysis. What are sentiments? They are like Twitter is using customer sentiment analysis. Many companies are using customer sentiment analysis. suppose a Trump wants to know what he will to say in next campaign. So he will write something on Twitter, and at the time they will analyze uh, viewers or Americans are liking their post or not. So with the help of this customer sentiment analysis, they can make their strategy or promotions or of their election campaigns. Virtual assistant like chatbot. So we have different examples like chatbot. We are also using here. Suppose you're calling into customer care, and customer care are always busy. So you have to wait at least 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So what we have to do? They have made a chatbot. They are virtual assistants. So we can ask as many as question we want. We want to get any information from virtual assistant, question and answer we can take. So this is one of the most useful example nowadays, chatbot. Targeted advertising. Google is using your data, and he collected 85% of revenue from advertisement only. It means you are using Google search engine freely, but when you give some keyword in Google search engine, like you want to purchase and blue t-shirts, and you have written these words in Google search engine, so immediately when you will move to another websites, they will send you some advertisement. This is kind of an example of blue t-shirt you may purchase from Amazon, you may purchase from Flipkarts. So these are the use cases of data science. Hope you are you are listening carefully, so you are enjoying my session also. What are the application and industry? It means how many industries are using data science, like retail industry is also using, e-commerce industry is also using, healthcare. Nowadays, we are not able to go to visit doctors and doctors are not taking proper care of the patients also. So what they are doing, they have collected all the patients data. They have, and they can give some telemedicine, telesurgery to promote their clinic. We have banking industry also, we have finance industry also, we have BFS industries also. All these industries are using data science. What is insurance industry? Insurance industry is also using data science. Education, tech industry is also using data science. They have lots of data. They can collect 12th past students data, so they can promote their college ki you can take admission in this or like this. They have multiple examples of data science in education industry also. In digital marketing, they can send you as many advertisements. Suppose you are the student of class uh, second year, third year, or final year, and you are interested to purchase some R books or R ebook or data science course. So they can, and you have already search in Google ki data science. So they will sell you different examples of data science course also. In agriculture, we can use data science. Telecom industry, we can use data science. Supply chain, logistic industry, we can use. Lots of examples we have in this industries. Government surveys like Aadhaar, are already 130 crore users. So what governments are doing, they are making some strategy with the help of this data for betterment of peoples. Now, we will take an example, utilization of data in e-commerce industry. The most vital role of data is to provide a better experience for the customer when they make use of the websites. And suppose you have come to the Amazon. So Amazon will try to satisfy the user needs by giving the relevancy search. If you can't search properly on the websites, so it will be more problematic for Amazon also. So to predict the user interest and behaviors, predictive analytics, generally they are giving proper online advertisements, and they are collecting your data also so data is being used for personalization. which in turn personalizes the user's information such as mail ID and address in order to increase the rate of conversion. By making use of real-time analysis, prices are changed in order to compete with other retailers. Suppose Flipkart and Amazon both are selling mobiles, and in Amazon the price is 7,900 and in Flipkart price is 7,800. So immediately Amazon will analyze what is the price in other retailers also. Immediately they can change their price so that customer will not move to other websites. Like this, we can they can increase their sales also. So what are the sources of data? To collect data is very typical in industries. So how to collect this data? So what e-commerce retail industries are doing, they are collecting customers orders, customer products, what type of products they want, what type of products they like, what are the baskets, visits, they have users it also. They are sending marketing campaigns and customers liking or disliking. They have this type of data also, referring links, keywords, catalogers browsing. They're also collecting Facebook data, Twitter data, they have cookies, they have Google Analytics also. So there are lots of sources of data by which e-commerce industry can collect this information or this data. After collecting this much of data, they can use machine learning or they can analyze this data and they can make their strategy, or they can sell, they can increase their revenue by selling product to the customers. Why big data and predictive analytics in e-commerce? There are some facts. Companies that use predictive analytics achieve 73 higher sales than those who have never done it. Fact 2 is 65 of customers feel completely frustrated with the bad customer experience. So targeting. Next is real-time personalization helps upsell and cross-sell by 68%. Definitely, I will take an example of upsell and cross-sell in upcoming slides. Hope you are not you're enjoying my session. So definitely we will see what are the use cases. So I have taken some top 10 use cases in e-commerce industries. Personalization is and recommendation. Suppose they have collected your recent views. They are collecting more recent buys. They have gender specific data. They have demographic location data. So with the help of this data, they want proper. They want to retain their customer. Next is dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is the future of e-commerce. Prices is the most effective way to convert. So what they are doing, they're identifying the price so that will maximize the profit, also profit. So each industry is giving you different price to every person. So they can change their strategy in real time. What is upsell and what is cross sell? Suppose you have visited McDonald's and you have purchased a burger. So they will customer representative of McDonald's will also tell you, sir, you may purchase this also. You may like this also. They have French fries this time. So this is kind of example of cross sell. But what is upselling? Suppose you have purchased a burger and French fries. So immediately the customer care representative of McDonald's will tell you, so we have some offer. If you purchase ice cream, cold drinks, and burgers and French fries together, so we will sell. You have to give only 15 rupees extra. So customer immediately switch to a big offer. So this is the strategy of upselling and cross-selling. SEO is big. If the user can't discover your content, you can't sell. Amazon have lots of t-shirts. Suppose they have 80,000 of t-shirts, but customer choice is different. So they will tell you according to your demand, your choice. They will tell you you may purchase this. Customer retention is much more possible. Like nowadays, with the help of data science, we can personalize. We can send email personalization. We can send customers price notifications, product notifications. We can send to every person different coupons or discount offers, so they will come in our in company, so we can sell our product also. Customers have using different devices, like they have laptops, they have mobiles, they have computers, they have different machines, they have wearable devices also. So they are collecting informations from all the devices. So next is traffic acquisition advertisement. Advertisement is expensive, so if you are not interested, they will not send that type of advertisements. Suppose you want to purchase you some course, or you want to purchase some blue t-shirts, so definitely they will send you this t-shirts advertisement only, or because you have already searched. So on the basis of your choice, they will send you this type of advertisement. They cannot sell advertisement to everyone, because they are not interested. Every person is not interested at every time. So they're analyzing with the help of data science which campaigns are the most efficient. Next is customer analysis. Customer intelligence group examines users patterns and complaints data to accurately predict customer defections. So for every company, customer is a must, so they can analyze customer lifetime value, customer future value, is customer is churning, so they can send them some offers, so customer may not leave the company. Every company like Paytm is giving gift vouchers like promo codes. So actually these are the costly method, but important for company, so that they can promote their company, so they can it will help to increase their revenue also. One of the last use cases is like personal shopping assistant. We have already taken example of chatbots. We want to know something from the mart, so we can have some questions also, so we can ask as many as things they want. Suppose you have some, you want to do some insurance, so you can ask about the insurance policies, about the student, about the medical insurance. You can ask about the health insurance also. So you can ask as many as things from this assistance or chatbot also. So what are the questions that analytics can answer? We have different types. You have different types of the company. You have different types of questions. You can we can ask this question, and data science can answer. What are the best sellers in a category? Is the most watched product at the same time the best selling one? Which products sell best among the users who have already bought an item in the product category? How often does a given new user group return to your shop? We may have lots of questions. With the help of data science, we can ask these must-ask questions. What Starbucks are doing? Starbucks are collecting data about the customer's orders. They are personalizing adverts, personalizing vouchers. They are selecting the customers losing their interest in the offer. So with the help of the data, they will try to recover lost customers. What Amazon is using, already we have discussed about these points. Amazon is using a technique that is collaborative filtering, recommendation engine, using customer data to generate. You might also want prompts for each product bought or visited. Once Amazon revealed that 30% of sales were generated through its recommendation engine. So Amazon is also using data science. What Walmart is using, Walmart developed a retail link, a tool that represents its suppliers with a view of the demand in stores, so suppliers know when stores would be restocked rather than waiting for an order from Walmart stores. So every company is using data science in different way. So we have learned, we have checked till now what is data science, what is the analytics, what are the use cases, what are the applications of data science, what are the sources of data science, what are the use cases we have taken. So as a point uh, of students. What is the pathway to the data science? What to learn? What to refer? How to enter into the world of data science after my graduation, after my post graduation. So suppose you are a student of second year or third year or final year. So these maybe you are, you can check here, you can write anytime anywhere if you want how to start career in data science. So first of all you have to know what are the varied career paths and applications in data science domain. You can be data analyst. So for this you have to learn R is a programming language and that must use in statistical data analysis. So you have to learn R, you have to learn Python. Python is also using very much nowadays. If you can be a data engineer also, for this you have to learn Hadoop and Spark. So you can, if you learn these two tools, you can be a data engineers also. AI engineers, for AI engineers, you have to learn machine learning and deep learning and NLP, natural language processing. ML engineers, for ML engineers, you have learn about the regression algorithm, classification algorithm, and clustering. In regression, the major algorithms are linear regressions, logistic regressions. In classifications are random forest, descent tree, XGBoost. These are the classification techniques. So all of these you have to learn. If you want to choose, you want to be a data visualizer, you can use Tableau, ClickView, Power BI. You can be a data scientist also, you can be a business analyst also. So they have multiple varied career paths. You can choose anyone and you can join. You can start your career after in data science. So for if you want to proper data scientist, to what to learn? So you have to start from statistics. You can join a course that is Khan Academy, or you can download any books of the statistics ebooks. You can refer any websites that is giving some knowledge of statistics also. You have to learn a programming tool like R. R is a programming language. Python is also a programming language. SAS. So these are some programming tools. They are all are easy, but you have to give your time to learn this programming tool. Next is a good data visualization tool like Tableau, ClickSense, Power BI. You have to learn the most important thing. If you have learned already R, already Python, so you have to start from machine learning algorithms. They have different machine learning algorithms like linear regression, logistic regression, K-means, KNN, XGBoost, PCA, lots of, they have different use. When we learn, you will get to know what is the machine learning algorithms. So try to spend some time on learning this type of algorithms. Next is big data. Big data, for big data, you have to learn Hadoop and Spark also. If you want, you have learned everything. You have already mastered in Python, you have mastered in machine learning algorithm. So you can learn deep learning also. You can learn NLP also. So I want to request to everyone, kindly note this so you can learn easily, or you can search this thing on Google also, what to refer. So you have to learn statistics also. So you can learn from Khan Academy, you can learn from different blogs, different articles, or all tools and subjects have their official websites which provides free materials for reference. If you are using YouTube, so I have request, kindly use YouTube wisely. Lots of good videos are available, so you can learn from YouTube video also. You can read some articles for learning like Our Bloggers, KD Nuggets, Edureka, Analytics Vidya. Analytics Vidya is one of the best websites for analytics. So they have given lots of examples for machine learning algorithms. They have given how to learn. They have given also path. If you want to enter into the data science, if you are the final year students, if only suppose you have 1 or 2 months to learn, so you can what you have to learn. They will tell you if you are the student of pre-final year or second year. So you have still one year for learning. So they have given a learning path also. In January, what you have to learn. In February month, what you have to learn. So you can go step by step. Next is join MOOC courses, Udemy, Udacity, Coursera. Everyone is giving some uh, MOOC courses, so you can join them and learn and spend your time properly or easily on. And also you can download ebooks on R, ebooks on Python, machine learning, deep learning to learning these courses. So I hope you enjoyed my session. Now I will take your questions and will try to give answers. So feel free to ask anything. Happy learning, keep asking. I request you kindly
those who want to
write.
ask any questions, they can raise their hands so that we can.
You can
We are
you can
using
write your questions in
in
chat
the
box.
chat box
So
only.
that
Okay, fine.
I request to everyone kindly ask what you want to know about the data science, or what you have to learn if you are a final year student, if you want to make some projects. So what type of projects you want to do. So I can tell you, I can guide you this type of things. If you have any question, you may ask. Hope you enjoyed my session.
Those who are having any question, please drop your question in the chat box. There is one question I can see. What is the major difference between data scientist and data analyst? From Ayush Soni.
Okay. Okay. So Ayush, you want to know about the business analyst and business data scientist. So they have measure, actually anyone can join data science. Anyone can join, anyone can come enter into the world of data science. If you are coming from the business background, like you have done MBA, so company will hire you for interacting the customer with. So they do not have to spend much time in technical details. So they have to spend their time in business details. So business analyst is post kind of the management post, and technical analyst or data scientist is kind of technical post. Hope you satisfied with my answer. And I want to tell you, if you are coming from the BA, if you are coming from the BSc background, if you are coming from the MCA, if you are coming from the EC background, if you are coming from the mechanical background, if you are coming from the economics, so everyone can join data science. If you are already selected for company, suppose you have selected for the TCS, so you can join the TCS Infosys as a software developer or Java developer. But if you have some interest, so you can join after 2 years also. Companies, company persons already have knowledge in data science, already have knowledge in .NET, Java freshers or SQL. They are also coming after 5 years, after 10 years.
There is one more question I can see. What
Okay.
tools are used in company for data science?
What tools? Okay. There are multiple tools. I have tell you some names of the tools, like you can use R, you can use Python. So these are the basic tools. So companies are using this, but they have, if you want to be a proper machine learning engineer, so you have to start from R, or you have to start from the Python. But when you are the senior data scientist, so they have lots of other tools. So I will not go there. You can learn from AWS to machine learning also. But I will suggest for you guys to start from R or Python.
And there are so many other questions are also there in the chat box. So tell about big data and machine learning, how this is useful.
Okay. Suppose actually, what is big data? Suppose you have, suppose you are using a structured data. So that is uh, generally a kind of rows and columns. But we are in industry, there is demand only 5% data is only 5% data is structured data. So we have audio data also, we have video data also. So for these, for analysis of this kind of data, we are using Hadoop and Spark. So with the help of Hadoop and Spark, so generally we have to make some analysis with the help of Hadoop and Spark. So this is kind of unstructured data. So this is generally known as big data because they have lots of volume, lots of velocity. And what is your question? Another, that is machine learning. So when we collect this much of data, so generally we are collecting this data and convert into some information. And so with the help of this information, so with the help of this information, we are getting some insights. So that is with the help of machine learning algorithm, we can use and analyze this data. So data is different, machine learning algorithms is different. And Ayush Singh is asking, I can analyze the data set. How can I use it in the project? Yeah. Yes. Suppose I want to give you some example, like the one of the most famous example in the field of data science, that is Titanic data analysis. So Titanic data, they have given in so for data analysis, you can use any type of data sets. So according to your choice, you can use your data like a customer, like banking industry. They have different much of data size. So they want to know the predict the future value, the CLTV value of the particular customer. So with the help of data science, you can choose your projects. What are the categories of job available in data science field, Shruti? So already I have told you what are the other categories like business analyst, data visualization, data visualizer, business analyst, machine learning engineer, AI engineer, decision scientist are the categories in the data science field. Omkar Krishna Sathe is asking, I am a mechanical student. So what should I learn to move towards data science? So this is a webinar or this is data science for everyone. Either you are from mechanical background, you are from electronics background, you are coming from the computer background, or you are from the statistics background. So data science is a field. So what you should have to learn, you have to start from R. You have to start from Python. So Python is a language. So you can do data science on Python also. You can apply your machine learning knowledge. You can apply your deep learning knowledge on Python. So I will recommend you to start from R or Python. They have major two language. So after this, you can learn machine learning algorithms also. So like this, you can start at least start in for data science. Hope you are satisfied with answer, Omkar. If you want to anything, you can ask, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn also. I can guide you if you want any guidance from me. If you want how to search job in data science domain, I will definitely guide you after some time. You can join me on LinkedIn also. Hope you have liked my session also. If you have any question, you can ask, please, participants.
Any other questions? Hmm. So I think there are no more questions from the participants. Okay. So let's conclude this session. Thank you so much for sharing your insight about the data science. Hope this your knowledge will be helpful for the students for getting into the field of data science and machine learning. And I would just like. So this is a token of appreciation from Sagar Group to share your valuable knowledge and time with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, man.
And thank you
Thank you,
all
Sagar
the
Group.
participants to being with us till now, till end. Yes, sir. It's over to you. You want to say something?
Thank you, ma'am. No, I want to just say thank to SIRT, Sagar Group of Institution, to give me opportunity to share my experience in front of you guys. So all the best. If you want to come into the data science field, definitely you are welcome. All the best.
Okay. Thank you. So, I think Shukla sir is there. I would like to invite Dr. Rajesh K. Shukla sir if he want to share a few words. Sir, you there? I think it's not available at this time. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you. May I leave the session?
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.